All right. What's going on, party people? Hey, welcome to Griffin Notary Services YouTube channel. This video is specifically for those of you who are interested in becoming a notary and doing loan closings, as well as those who've already went out there and became a notary and probably have already done part or some of what it takes to become a loan closer. I'm just going to be straight with you. If you're coming in this business to try to make quick money, to try to make it as a hustle and all of that, you might be barking up the wrong tree. Okay. I'm just going to be real with you. So if you're coming in here because you heard somebody talking about all of this money you can make, if you came in here trying because you heard somebody bragging about this, that, and the other, what they bought and all of that because of this, you might be coming up the wrong tree. Okay. Just being real with you. This is a wonderful business. It's a serious business. It is not a side hustle, although you got to have some hustle to you to do it. But this isn't a side hustle. Okay. This is a real grown person business. Okay. This not Grubhub. This not Uber. This not Lyft. This not Ship. This not Instacart. This not Postmates. This isn't none of that kind of stuff. Okay. This is grown folks business here. This is a grown person's business. So if you're going to do this business, you need to do it right. You need not to come in here talking about how trying to be all fancy and stuff. And you need to know that you need to follow your state law. And if you're unwilling to read, if you're unwilling to learn, if you're unwilling to do what it takes to acquire the proper knowledge to do this business, then you really need to bow out. Okay. I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear about. Hey, I'm a new notary. What's next? What's next is that you need to determine are you going to be serious about this or not. That is the very first thing. If you're not going to be serious about this, then you need to go ahead on, bow out, and call it a day. But if you're about being slick, you're about trying to scam, you're about trying to do all this other stuff, this not the channel for you. I'm not the person for you. There's a lot of people out there that'll help you be slick, scamming, and all that kind of stuff. I'm just being straight with you. Now, if you for real, and you ain't out here for play, and you want to do this business and make this here something that can be long lasting for you, even if it's just for a year or two until you get back on your feet and go back into the career that you really do love, but you're doing this as an interim, then you can be helped here. I can help you with the videos that I've already put out there. So the first thing is, if you haven't already become a notary, you need to become a notary in accordance with your state guidelines. You need to understand what your state guidelines say, and you need to be willing to do what your state says. Okay? Because you're going to take an oath to follow those rules and those laws. And if you're unwilling to follow those, then you don't need to do this. It's that simple. This isn't a thing of I'm doing this here, but I got my fingers crossed behind my back and I'm going to just go run out here and do what I want. Your butt will end up in jail. Okay? And that will be more hurtful and harmful to your family members than anything. So you don't want that, period. You got to understand your state law. Read the state handbook. None of this, what I don't learn that way, learn how to learn that way. Figure it out, okay? It's just that simple. Now, if you already have become a notary and you're saying, I've saw some stuff about being a loan closer and I want to learn more about that, the first thing you need to do is go to the National Notary Association. Make sure I spelled this stuff right. You need to go to the National Notary Association and follow their process. I'm going to share this out with y'all. Y'all don't need to see me while doing this. And you need to go, get that out the way. You need to go to the National Notary Association and go through the process. As you see here, become a notary, renew as a notary, become a signing agent. What you're talking about doing is becoming a signing agent. If you are already a notary with your state, you do not need to become a notary because you're already one. If you have not become a notary, you can go through those steps and they will guide you through that to become a notary for your state. And what's scrolling at the bottom, just in case for those of you like, well, who is this guy? What kind of background he has? This is my background down there. 4 years in the business, over 1,300 closings. I did my training through the notarycoach.com as well as the NNA. I've been full-time in this business since 2020. I'm in the state of Virginia, and I'm also a remote online notary, which means I do e-notary stuff. That is who I am. Okay. Now, you want to become a signing agent. You click here, just follow the steps. Talks about all of that, different things. You need to get at least a minimum $125,000 E&O insurance, so forth and so on. You can read this for yourself and follow through the steps. Become a signing agent. I picked Texas a while, just going through, doesn't matter whatever state you're in. And then you're going to select one of these here packages. One of the questions that I keep getting asked, what is the best package to choose from? If you don't know anything about anything, the best package is to pick one that will educate you in the areas of deficiency that you have. If you do not know what any of this is all about, getting the $70 order, just doing the background screening and taking a test is not enough to build your confidence for you to go out there. Now, there are many people out there who will tell you just pay the $70 and then come to me and I will teach you everything you need to know. You need to ask them. And there's a video that I have out there and I will put it up above and, to pop out. The video is about what you need to ask your notary trainer before you spend money on them. They will tell you, come to me and I will teach you everything you need to know. The first question you need to ask them is, will you teach me how to properly notarize documents in accordance with my state law? If their answer is, oh, you need to go to the National Notary Association, then what that tells you is that you need more than the $70 course. Because if they're not going to educate you in the proper way to notarize in accordance with your state law, but just give you a general overview, or they're saying, oh, I have a coupon to get you some money off, you need to just go ahead on and either purchase the $189 package, if that's what it costs in your state, or the $259 package, if that's what it costs in your state, because it may be different depending on the state, which gives you these additional items. And the main thing it gives you is the Notary Essentials training and the Certified Notary Signing Agent online training course. These are the two most important things, in my opinion, since people keep asking me. In my opinion, these are the two most important things you need, because with this, you will learn how a certified notary signing agent is supposed to conduct themselves. And you will have a Notary Essentials training course that will help you understand how your state expects you to notarize documents. So if that person is not going to teach you how to properly notarize documents, then it makes sense that you would take a course that will provide you with the knowledge that you need in order to successfully do this business. If you are tight on money, then wait, save it up, and then purchase the necessary course. Period. Stop trying to cut corners. This is simply what you need to do to get started. You take the course and then you move forward in doing the training. And then you'll be prepared to take the exam. Most of them out there will say, come over here to us for X amount of dollars, and I will get you prepared to take the test and pass it. That is nice. Thank you very much. But are you going to teach me how to properly notarize documents? And if the answer is redirecting you back to the National Notary Association, then you need to start there. And after you spend whatever money you spend, $189 or $259, if you still have money available to pay them whatever amount they're asking for, then you go ahead on and connect with them. And then they will teach you whatever it is they teach you. But you do need to look at the video that I have up there called What You Need to Ask Your Notary Trainer Before You Start Spending Money on Them, so that you'll know what you're truly getting. Coming back to y'all, the other thing you need to do is find out how notary signing agents operate in your state. Georgia, is an attorney state. South Carolina is an attorney state. I believe also North Carolina is an attorney state. So they operate a little different. In Indiana and I believe Maryland, you have to have a title producer license. It's either Indiana or Illinois. No, Indiana. I believe Indiana title producer license. So you have some other things that you have to do. In other words, you need to find out what you need, how you can operate as a notary signing agent in your state. New Jersey, North New Jersey, I believe, is an attorney state, and South New Jersey is a escrow state or vice versa. I don't know all of these states. I just know that they have some difference. So I know you're like, well, man, you don't even know your stuff. I don't need to know those states. I'm just telling you, you need to find out for yourself. Okay. You need to find out for yourself what each state represents. Okay. If you do not know how you need to operate as a notary signing agent doing real estate transactions, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. So it is not as simple as getting a stamp, getting a printer, getting commission, and going out there and making X amount of dollars per signing or X amount of dollars per month. You have to know what the rules are, what the laws are in that state or in that part of the state in order for you to conduct yourself as a notary signing agent doing real estate transactions and help in closing them out. In Virginia, we're not allowed to collect closing funds unless we are a licensed settlement agent. The last I checked, that's what the rules were. If it changed since then, my apologies, but last I checked, we are not allowed to collect closing funds, meaning somebody has money to give to the title company. We can't collect it. We can't handle it. These are the things you need to be aware of. These are the things that you need to take time out and research and find out for yourself in your state. Do not just take the word of a random person on YouTube bragging about how much money you can make, how much money other people have made, how the notary has changed their lifestyle and their life and all of that. You need to find out for yourself and do the necessary due diligence, because if you don't and you make a mistake, it is you who's going to be in trouble. Those are your next steps to know what exactly you have gotten into or you're about to get into. End of story. There's nothing else that I can tell you except that's what you need to do. Who to sign up for? There's a video I have out there that talks about different signing companies. The National Notary Association has a list of different signing companies. You should not have to pay people money for a list of these signing companies, because some of these lists that people are selling out there, the companies have all debunked, or some of them have debunked. They're not even active anymore. So you need to be careful. And if you're paying anybody for anything, they need to give you a money back guarantee. You need to find out that, and do not trust people just because they got a cute smile, they got a nice disposition, or any of that. You need to ask questions. You need to challenge them and make sure the validity of what they're saying. If people are telling you don't do this to make money, don't do that to make money, you need to challenge them on that. You need to question them on that. This is your business. This is your livelihood that you're stepping into, and you have a responsibility to make sure that the information that is given to you is valid. You need to evaluate the information that is being shared with you. There are people out here who will tell you things that is not true in your state. There are people out here that will tell you things that are just flat out not true in any state, because people are people. And even in a wonderful industry such as this, there are charlatans out there that will do all kinds of bad things. So I just want to share this with you. Take a look at the videos on this here channel. Look at the notary playlist video. Look at the notary printer video. Look at all of the, notary printer playlist, the notary basics playlist. Look at all of the different playlists that I have, and it will guide you and help you to understanding what you can and cannot do to a most part in this business and where your focus needs to be. Lastly, you are a notary, and your main role in all of this is to notarize documents. If you do not understand how to notarize documents, you are going to struggle mightily. That is what you will most definitely get in trouble for. So you need to know how to properly notarize documents. If you do already, you're ahead of the game. If you don't, take the Notary Essentials, take the training that your state offers, if any, and you will be fine. Thank you and have a great day.